It's day 361.
Of the 29th year and beyond.
You know, we've got 4 more days of vlogging after today before it's the 365 that we made the commitment to. And I was sharing with Gail, this is really, really an opportunity to be able to have an understanding about how rapidly time passes when you're in a relationship.
This is true. When we started this, we were looking forward to the wedding of John and Gabby, and that happened in February. And now we are in August.
Yeah. When we started, their wedding was about 6 months away, and now they've been married for about 6 months. And but and what I really wanted to lift up was time. How much time just really, 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 if you're not careful, will escape you. And before you know it, a year is gone, 5 years are gone, 10 years, and the next thing you know, you're approaching 30 years, and it's just like, where did the time go? I think back to when we started. Before we got married, our conversation was, from my perspective, it was like, well, if we have kids, right? And if we have a boy, and if we have a girl, and that kind of thing, well, here we are coming up on 30 years later, and we have a son and we have a daughter, but neither one of them in the home anymore, right?
Yeah.
We started this vlog to help prepare John and his fiance, Gabby, now Mr. and Mrs. Downing, to try to offer them anything that they could gain, glean, benefit from our time together, and the wonderful things that we encountered, the challenging things we encountered, how we've grown, how we've evolved. But again, and for those of you who have been following us all along, if you think about it, it's just like, wow, it's a year already. Because the time really, really flies. And I can't emphasize enough how important it is to really be fully present, to really make certain that you're not wasting anything. You're not wasting the joys. You're not wasting the sorrows. You're not anything and everything, that you're fully present and that you're having the experience so that as you continue on, it will serve you well, whether it was something that you enjoyed or something that you didn't enjoy.
Yeah, and I hope that as time progresses, because like time waits for no one, but you have to grow during that time. You can't stay in the same place that you were, at the beginning. It's just like us through these blogs, there have been some things that we've talked about that we probably hadn't discussed in decades. I'm sad that we can say decades, but it's true. And items that came up that we were like, wow, and for Fred, some things he couldn't remember at all.
Totally gone. But, and that's why it's really important because if you're like Fred and you may not remember everything, it's a good thing if you enjoyed it the first time.
Yes.
As you were going through the experience. Now, I want to brace those of you who have been following us all along from the beginning. We made a commitment for 365 days to do it every day. Well, once we hit 365, we won't be coming to you every day. I know that's probably not what some of you want to hear, but that's the reality. And so if you think about when we began, what we've been able to share, we certainly hope and pray that it's been valuable for those of you who have been following us as well.
And we won't stop vlogging. It just won't be daily.
Definitely not daily. So enjoy these last few vlogs. Because I don't know about her, but I'll need to take an opportunity to exhale after 365.
Yeah, I have another one I'm getting ready to start. So
Yeah, and that's on her. So until tomorrow, if the Lord says the same.
bye.